What would you say would be the ideal income for your significant other? Would you be okay if your significant other made 10 times what you make? Who makes more money? How much does it cost to raise a kid? If you guys got married, would you have a prenup? Have you guys ever gotten into an argument over finances or money? Can I ask who makes more money?
I'm a teacher. What do you think?
If he were to quit his job to pursue his passions, but that passion probably wouldn't pay that much, would that be cool with you?
No.
Hey everyone, it's Charlie, and today we are in Southern California. We're asking couples who makes more money, as well as a bunch of other personal finance questions. Every time we do one of these videos, I learn a lot. I think you guys are gonna learn a lot as well. And yeah, I'm super excited to see what people have to say. Let's go. So what's your name, age, and what do you do for a living?
My name is David Green. I'm 50 years old and I'm an architect.
Are you guys together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi. What's your name?
Emily.
Okay, so how long have you guys been together?
Together like 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we met in college.
25
so,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
I'm an architecture professor
Oh.
at City College, San Francisco.
Wow. Have you guys ever gotten in a fight about money?
Yeah. Not sort of. I mean, just like, oh, why are you buying that? That's too expensive. That kind of fight, but not like an enormous discrepancy.
Okay,
yeah.
What's the craziest thing he's bought?
I think I buy more than him. I don't think he's bought anything. He's pretty frugal, so I don't think he.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing she's bought?
My tea, I guess.
Oh yeah, she buys tons of tea.
I'm in a tea club that's probably way more than I should spend, but I love the company and the people.
Yeah, that's
So
really cool.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
So that's like the whole thing, like the tea.
Well, it's like a tea membership, and I like the owners. So you get to go on tea tasting every Saturday. It's on Zoom, but it's a real shop in Oakland, California. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you also get tons of tea, and they put it a little loose. In fact, it's in here right now.
Do you guys have any advice for staying together, especially when it relates to like finances or anything else relationship-wise?
Just like knowing each other's finances is important, not like hiding it from each other.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just, I mean, we have one account, and so, before I spend that enormous team membership, I had to let him know, even though I know I really want to do it, and yeah.
Are you guys happy with how much the other person makes?
Yeah, I think we're financially
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I mean, we're not rich or anything, but we have enough to be comfortable and happy and not worried.
That's amazing. That's all you need, right?
Yeah.
So if one of you guys were to quit your job and to pursue a passion that like didn't pay anything, would you be okay? Would the other person be okay?
At the moment, we have a daughter, so maybe after she graduates and she gets her own job, then that would be fine.
How much does it cost to raise a kid these days?
Oh my God, it's so much more than what we expect. What do you think?
You'd be surprised, like when they're younger, it actually costs a lot of money because like daycare is really expensive, and it's like, why am I working?
It could cost another person's salary. Yeah, that's depending on if you send them to a private school.
Yeah.
Even if you don't, like all the extra activities.
Can I ask who makes more?
Yes.
I do.
You guys are both successful and do cool things. Any advice?
Try to borrow money as little as possible. So like when you're a student, try to live in like the cheapest place you can, whatever you can to not have debt.
We have no debt, and it feels so good. We had never bought a new car before, and so it's just we feel like rich in a different way because of that, and so we feel free.
I mean, we did have student loans, but
Yeah.
probably not as much as a lot of people did, because like when I
Years
lived, we
ago.
went to school in New York, and it's super expensive there. But like I was sleeping in the living room of my friend's apartment.
I wasn't. So, and my loan was really twice as much. And then eventually we both paid it all off. But my advice, if you can go without any loans, if that's possible, do it. Just make that sacrifice early. You'll be much further ahead financially in the long run. Suffer a little. It's okay. Yeah. You can find the luxury in other ways, like tea.
I need to look into tea. That's really cool. Cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys' answers. So what are your names and what do you guys do?
Dar, I'm a product manager at Tesla.
Megan, I'm an engineer.
How long have you guys been together?
Like a year.
So how do you guys split meals and stuff like that?
Normally you just pay.
Yeah, I pay usually.
Okay.
I mean,
And then if she pays a couple times,
if I really want to pay, then he'll let me pay.
Who makes more?
me.
Definitely him.
Would you be okay if your partner left their job and pursued their passions but it didn't pay that much money?
Yes.
100%.
Okay. Why?
Because I have a lot more respect for people doing what they love rather than just doing something that makes them money.
Are there any jobs you would not want your significant other to have?
Yes.
Like what?
Yeah, like private equity or pharmaceutical. I mean, if it's good pharma, then sure. But like anything I don't believe in morally.
I wouldn't want him to do something that made him incredibly unhappy. I just wouldn't respect the choice because then he would just be unhappy. And then my life would be unhappy.
What would you say would be the ideal income for your significant other?
As much as possible to make our lives really comfortable.
I couldn't really put a number on it. Let's say 300 grand.
What's the best thing you guys have bought together as a couple?
Trip to
Food.
Kenya.
Food and trip to Kenya.
How much was the trip to Kenya?
I didn't pay for it. I used miles.
Oh, nice. Okay. What credit cards did you use?
Gold Amex, Apple Card, Chase Freedom.
Is college worth it?
We've both dropped out at different times,
Oh.
and my dad was incredibly successful without college. My brother, I consider him incredibly successful. He didn't go to college. I think college isn't for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want out of college. If you don't think you should go to college, like, don't go to college. But I think people are on this movement of, like, college is stupid and you don't need it. And I think that discredits, like, the amount of work that's been put into creating these institutions that do offer, like, a lot of good things to a lot of people. Like, I got a job at Tesla because of the college I went to, and I wouldn't be a mechanical engineer that people would trust driving their cars unless I went to college and learned things I did learn.
Cool. Thank you guys so much. Okay, quick little segue here, but if you guys paid over $15 to file your taxes last year, you need to check out Free Tax USA, who's making this video possible. I get it, taxes suck, but they're actually super easy and affordable to file with the right platform. Free Tax USA allows you to file your federal tax return for free, and your state filing is just $14.99. You can import your prior year tax filing information for free, and then their software will guide you through the e-filing process, helping you get the biggest and fastest refund possible. Oh, and if you're self-employed, they're actually one of the only companies to provide free federal self-employed filing. This is valued at $100 normally, and even if your return is a little bit more complicated, for example, you own a home, have charity donations, or self-employment income, they can handle it. I'd be willing to bet that a majority of you guys watching this video could save money on your taxes by filing with Free Tax USA. So yeah, that's why I was super excited to work with them. Anyways, check them out using the link in the description and save big on your next tax filing. And now, back to the video. So what are your names and what do you guys do?
My name is Mako, and I'm a virtual reality developer for an autonomous vehicle company.
And my name is Diana, and I'm an interior designer.
How long have you guys been together?
3 years.
Do you guys have any tips when it comes to personal finances for couples?
We use an app called Splitwise.
Okay.
That's been helpful.
When one of us pays, the other person tends to pay the next time they kind of offer to. And then when we eat out or do something nicer, one of us will kind of offer to pay for that. But when it's something that's shared, we tend to split that pretty evenly, rent.
Yeah.
Do you guys care how much the other person makes in a relationship?
I don't think that's been something we've had an issue with at any point.
Yeah, we've both been pretty
Yeah.
lucky in that regard. I think Diana's really good at being employed. And
Same with you.
yeah.
If one of you guys were to quit your job to pursue your passion that didn't pay anything, wouldn't the other person be cool with it?
We're moving to the Bay Area. We're driving from Houston right now. I'm taking this opportunity to kind of spend half my time on potentially starting my own interior design firm. Potentially, I'm not quitting my job fully, but we've talked about it and I think he's very supportive.
Who makes more money?
He will be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, you do.
Currently.
Are you guys cool with having a partner that makes more or less than you, or does it not matter?
I would love for Diana to make more than you. That'd be cool.
So what are your names and what do you guys do?
I'm Sukina and I'm a teacher.
I'm Zaid and I work for a tech company.
Do you guys have any advice for couples on how to deal with their money? How you guys split bills and stuff like that?
I track every penny that I make and save, and she just spends it all.
So someone has to watch where the money's going.
We don't really share our money. We don't have one bank account.
We're not at that stage yet.
No.
How long have you guys been dating?
5 months.
Okay, so it's still
Yeah.
relatively new. When you guys go out to eat, who pays?
That's right.
Okay. And you said you spend a lot of your money?
Yeah.
What do you like to spend your money on?
The necessities in life,
These lashes, the coats, the
Yeah,
clothes,
yeah,
the shoes.
yeah. I
I
mean,
gotta make sure she looks good.
That's a good
Whatever
boyfriend.
makes her happy makes me happy. That's the end of the day.
oh my God. That's sweet.
Can I ask who makes more money?
I'm a teacher. What do you think?
Would you be willing to share how much you make?
It's a brand new tech job I just started. I make over 65,000.
Okay.
It's just a start.
Nice. That's awesome.
I also have a couple side hustles too, so that keeps me going and alive. Don't kill me or don't tell anybody. I'm basically a bookie. I have a gambling business where I have people who bet through me.
Are there any jobs you wouldn't want your significant other to have?
She's like a bookie.
A bookie?
If you guys got married, would you have a prenup?
I haven't talked about that yet, but I mean, my sister is a lawyer, so I feel like she would suggest that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Wow. It's a good conversation for the ride back home.
I'm sure you guys will figure something out. Are there any jobs you wouldn't want her to have?
From
And
Vegas.
OnlyFans.
And OnlyFans, yeah.
No OnlyFans?
No OnlyFans, yeah. Unless it's feet photos, that's it.
Would you be cool if he did OnlyFans and made, let's say, $500,000 a year?
Yeah.
Really?
Really quick.
So what's your name, age, and what do you do?
My name's Michelle. I'm 30 and I'm the assistant coach at Cal State Fullerton.
Whoa. That's awesome. So today we're asking strangers how much they would want their significant other to make in terms of income.
I think it has to be at least 125,000.
Is that because your living expenses are high?
Yeah, and I mean, I think just in terms of saving up and to give you some comfort, I guess, and also just plan on having kids the next few years.
Would you be willing to share how much you make at your job?
It's a part-time job, so I make around only 30, but I'm also a realtor.
Oh.
So that's what brings in most of the money, but I like the coaching part.
Would you be okay if your significant other made like 10 times what you make?
Yes, I would be, but again, it's different for everybody. It depends. I also feel like I would need to contribute something.
What if they made significantly less?
I think it just depends on where I'm at. I feel like if we're both not making enough, then it'd just be harder to, it's okay to live like apart separately, but I think it may be much harder to live together, and in the end will just lead to problems.
So what's your name, age, and what do you do for a living?
My name's Ken Revest. I'm a systems engineer for Raytheon.
We're asking people what their ideal income is for their significant other.
For my significant other?
Are you guys together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess ideal income, like 50, 60K probably.
Okay. How about you?
Anything over a 6-figure salary.
Okay. And why?
Because I'm probably going to be making 50 or 60.
Okay. How do you guys split your finances?
So like we split rent pretty like evenly, and then other than that, it's like we just kind of buy our own stuff, split meals, kind of 50-50.
Okay. If he were to quit his job to pursue his passions, but that passion probably wouldn't pay that much, would that be cool with you?
No. It wouldn't.
That wouldn't be cool with me either.
Oh, really?
No.
Why not?
It's I feel responsible because, you know, if I'm providing for someone else, like my passions can be my hobbies and my hobbies can be my passions, but at the end of the day, there's something to provide for myself and for her. But there's a lot of stuff that I do on the side that stays a hobby, you know, for me, not like a primary source of income.
If you guys got married, would you have a prenup?
No, I don't think we would.
I don't think so. I trust her, you know, famous last words, but...
Why not?
I guess I feel like if I trust her now, if we ever did split apart, I would trust her then.
Final piece of advice for staying together for so long.
I would say don't let the little things get to you. Understand the bigger picture of things. Understand that there's always a way out of every situation, and when you're upset with each other, know how to cool yourself off and come back to a discussion refreshed instead of letting it build up, whether that's like taking a walk, taking a minute, and then never leave anything undone, never brush anything under the rug. There's always going to be a solution to something.
So if you guys were to split up and the other person needed a loan of, let's say, $20,000,
okay,
would you give it to them?
I might give you $20,000 worth of advice, maybe. I don't think 20K.
That's like some student loan debt right
there. That's student loans. I don't think so. I think I'd give you enough to help you out in the short term, but long term, that's not a long-term solution. You'd be giving your ex, you know, lifetime's amount of money. So there's no 20K surprises, I don't think, in our future. Hopefully we'll plan ahead. You know, we won't be in that kind of situation.
So what are your names and what do you guys do for a living?
I'm Andrew. I'm a professional golfer.
I'm Lucy. I'm a stay-at-home. I was also a professional golfer, but I'm a stay-at-home mom now.
How long have you guys been together?
We just celebrated a 4-year anniversary.
Okay. Have you guys ever gotten into an argument over finances or money?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Would you be willing to share like maybe an example of what happened or like how you guys got through it?
A lot of these arguments, discussions happened actually before we got married. It was something that we wanted to kind of figure out to see, and we had the help of our pastor, who was also the one that was marrying us. And so he asked a lot of tough questions, like how much money are you willing to spend during like family birthdays and like vacations and stuff like that. So those discussions helped a lot.
Before we got married, we made sure we joined all our accounts together. So I don't have a separate account, he doesn't have a separate account. Being able to see what we all do, he can see what I spend in and I can see what he spends in.
It helps with that transparency. You know, we don't hide anything from each other, and we don't want to hide anything from each other, so that's helped a lot.
When you guys got married, did you guys get a prenup?
No, we did not.
Why not?
And with our belief, it's like if we get married, we're getting married for forever, for the long run and forever until death do us apart. And so just having a prenup didn't really make sense.
It almost seems like an escape plan, you know, just in case things don't work out, but we never wanted that to be an option, and we don't really believe that to be an option, just as Christians as well. You know, that's what we believe in, so that's why we never did it.
What's the thing you most appreciate about the other person?
She really puts others before herself. Sometimes it can be a double-edged sword, you know, because she puts it over her own needs, but that's something that I really love about her. She's definitely one of the most caring people I know.
For him, I think how hard he works for us. We have 2 boys, 2 baby boys, and so he's gone a lot, many weeks of the year, and I know it's hard to be apart from the family and from us and the kids, but he works really hard every day to make sure we're taken care of.
Does it matter how much money your significant other makes?
No. The money that whoever makes, whether she makes it or I make it, it's our money. Financially, marriage-wise speaking, and now as parents, so we're in it together.
Would you be willing to answer what's the most you've ever made from one like tournament?
75,000.
He played on the big league, so I think the most I've made was like 10,000.
That's still very good. Wow. Is your income like very consistent?
No, it's definitely fluctuates because it's all performance-based. So you have a good week, you make a lot of money, but then you can go weeks without making any money, really losing money because you're spending a lot. So yeah, it just all fluctuates and just depends on how you perform.
Could I ask how much is the most you've ever made in 1 month from golf?
Probably around than 100,000, I'd say. Yeah, but there's months that are gone negative. Where negative 10, 15,000.
How do you go negative?
Because you're spending with the expenses of traveling to turn, because these are all out of pocket, whether it's flights, hotels, caddies, all these are expenses that go, you know, against your income.
What's your guys' biggest expense right now?
I think daycare for boys.
Yeah.
Childcare is expensive.
How much is childcare?
Right now, the one that we pay is around $1,000 a kid, so it's $2,000 a month.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So there you have it. We got some really interesting answers today. It was super fun asking these people these more vulnerable questions about personal finances and money. I really hope you guys got some value from the video. And if you want to see more content just like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We do a ton of videos about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. Anyways, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.